Kardec Radio presents a Spiritist novel adapted from the book Renunciation by the Spirit Emmanuel, psychographed by Chico Xavier. Part 5. The year was 1681. Avila had changed. Magdalena Villamil now lived in a modest home within the city walls, having rented her old country estate. The move had been difficult, but Alcyon's education required it. Age and illness had dimmed Magdalena's strength, yet two affections kept her alive. Her gentle daughter, gifted with rare virtues, and Robbie, the adopted boy whose frail body demanded constant care. Alcyon, now 17, had become known for her wisdom and grace. She had completed her studies, fluent in Latin, English, and French, a gifted musician, the first voice of the cathedral choir. Her gentle spirit and learning inspired admiration throughout Avila. Yet Alcyon remained humble, helping her mother with sewing, delivering the finished work herself to the market, always kind, never proud. She lived by the gospel, not through rigid devotion, but through quiet practice. In her, faith was joy, not formality. Robbie was now 7. His right hand was deformed, his foot twisted, his sight weak. Though Alcyon adored him like a brother, he often returned from school in tears.
What happened, my son?
The boys said, I'm not your child, that I'm a slave of the Portuguese.
Don't listen to them, Robbie. Good boys obey and forgive.
Did you forget our talk yesterday? Remember the blind boy who kissed Father Damiano's hand? You pitied him, didn't you? Then be thankful and kind. Let's pray now. Prayer eases the heart.
Robbie prayed, comforted by their tenderness. But moments later, comparing his dark skin and withered hand to Alcyon's fair one, burst out again.
Look, her skin is light, mine is dark. She has 5 fingers, I have only 2. God isn't as good as you said.
He is, Robbie. You'll understand someday. Come, let's practice music.
He obeyed grudgingly. Alcyon guided his bow with patience, then filled the house with gentle melodies that lifted every heart. One evening, Father Damiano brought news.
My nephew, Charles Clenachan, is coming from Ireland. His mother, before dying, vowed him to the church. I raised him for a time, but he's lived burdened by that promise ever since.
Weeks later, Charles arrived. Tall, slender, eyes clear and thoughtful. At his first visit to Magdalena's home, he met Alcyon. Both felt a sudden, inexplicable recognition.
Alcyon. I feel as if I've heard that name before.
He spoke with the depth of a scholar. She replied with the simplicity of one who lives what she believes. Faith to her was not doctrine, but light in action. Father Damiano, sensing the bond, asked Alcyon to befriend his nephew, to strengthen his wavering faith. On New Year's morning, after Mass, the young men of Avila offered flowers to those they admired. Charles stood near Alcyon, unable to speak his heart. He plucked a single trefoil leaf.
I can't offer you a bouquet or a promise, but take this leaf, a symbol of my homeland and of my thoughts. Were it not for vows already sworn, I would ask God to grant me the happiness of marrying you.
Alcyon accepted it silently, trembling. From that moment, mutual love, unspoken, rooted in both hearts. That night, while Father Damiano walked with Robbie, Charles and Alcyon lingered behind.
My vows chain me, yet your presence is the only peace I know.
Duty is not a chain, Charles. It's the path God gives us to prove our love. Life is schooling for the soul. We are eternal spirits. This world is a classroom, not a throne.
But my mother's vow chained me.
Above human vows stands God's providence. He accepted a mother's offering. Perhaps there are debts unknown to us.
I am a man under a cassock. Is our love a sin?
Love is God's law, but to seize it against duty would be wrong.
how can I shepherd families without one of my own?
Remember, Christ himself lived without a household.
They spoke of faith, of the soul's eternal journey, of suffering as the great teacher. His rebellion melted into awe.
Your words ennoble life.
Our tears are not wasted. They become treasures in heaven.
Weeks later, they met again at the church. Alcyone was arranging the altar when Charles approached, restless.
Forgive me. My heart is loud in God's house. Your image follows me everywhere. Grant me one kiss, only one.
No, Charles, I cannot. A devastating fire starts with one small spark.
Then forgive my weakness.
I will give you the kiss of my soul instead.
She took a small silver crucifix, laid the trefoil upon it, and said,
Between us stands Christ. I entrust to him the kiss you asked for.
She kissed the leaf and handed it to him. Peace returned to his eyes.
Yes, we must endure and fulfill our duty.
Soon, whispers filled Avila. Troubled, Charles told his uncle he wished to leave the priesthood.
That is not a decision to make alone. We'll seek counsel from Magdalena and Alcyone.
When they gathered, Alcyone listened in silence, her heart heavy but her resolve clear.
Affection cannot justify abandoning sacred duty. Happiness built on betrayal fades like mist.
Then you condemn me to misery.
No, Charles. I remind you that love without sacrifice is not love at all.
Her words moved even Father Damiano to tears. He saw in her faith the echo of divine wisdom. The next morning, Charles celebrated Mass, pale and silent. Father Damiano, knowing that love must now turn to distance, began planning a journey, first to Paris and perhaps someday to the New World. Thus, in silence, the old priest quietly begun to set new plans in motion.